Gosh, we have people from all over. New York, Denver, Scottsdale, San Diego, South Carolina, Dallas. Got the whole crew across all the time zones. Tennessee. Good evening, everyone. Okay. I think we are going to get started. Hit the recording, and then anyone who's joining us, they can just hop right in. Oh, Kenzie, you have to record. Sorry. Can you click it for me?
It's recording.
Okay, good evening, everybody. I'm so excited to be here with you guys tonight. Thank you for joining. I know we're still waiting for some people to hop on the line, so feel free to drop in where you're from, something you're grateful for. Love having you guys all on tonight. My name is Lindsey Segler, and I'm so excited to be chatting with you guys tonight about the business opportunity and what we have here with Isagenix. I'm going to share my screen, and then I will tell you guys a little bit of my background and then get into the presentation for this evening. Okay. Okay. Sorry, technical difficulties, you guys. Okay. So like I said, my name is Lindsey. I'm currently living in Dallas, Texas with my husband. We just moved back here. I'm a 2-star Golden Circle with Isagenix, but I'm just really excited to be coming to you guys today from someone who really had no idea what this industry was about, what this opportunity was about. This really kind of fell in my lap, and it has been the biggest blessing to me. So a little bit of background about me. I went to school, I went to university with a degree in finance. Straight out of college, I worked in different finance roles and capacities for all of my career. Everything from, more of kind of a accounting type situation to most recently like corporate financial planning and analysis, strategic planning, all that. So I'm a huge numbers person. I love all of that. And that's another reason why this opportunity really struck me. So I'm also a huge marathoner. My husband and I just ran the Boston Marathon. I've always been really passionate about fitness and all things like health and wellness. So also that's completely in alignment with what we have here. So I was really and what I love the most, you guys, about sharing how this was introduced to me was really because honestly on paper, I wasn't the person who needed this and I didn't have time for it. And I always want to say that to people because I know that everyone has someone in their life, and maybe that's you, maybe that's someone you know and love that you're saying, I don't think they have time for this, but they would be great, or they don't need this, they have all these other things going on in their life. And that was me. I was working 12-hour days in corporate. I had a great job that paid really well. My husband's amazing, my family's amazing, everything's great. I was marathon training, but I was burning the candle from both ends all the time. I was tired, I was stressed, I was exhausted. And I didn't see anything for myself other than that, because I kind of always just followed the track of what I thought, was right, as far as go to school, get good grades, get the best job out of college, continue to climb up the ladder. That was really the way that I saw things. So that's why I'm really excited to share with you guys now. I was open to learning more about something that I had no idea what it was. I started with this company, with Isagenix, just purely for the products. I was tired, I was exhausted, and I really care about what I put in my body. So I wanted the best of the best. And when I realized that there was an opportunity attached to these incredible products where I could earn some extra money just by referring something I love, it made complete sense to me, right? So I really was just open to that. And I never saw a bigger picture for myself until it kind of became a bigger thing than I realized. And I really took a moment and said, okay, what do I have here? I saw my friends making extraordinary incomes coming from all different backgrounds and really creating a life of freedom. And for me, when I saw that, I was like, wow, time freedom. What is that? I worked really, really hard, but it was going to be that way forever. And I was making a good salary, but I didn't have time to spend with my family. So seeing something else, seeing a different vision was so, so powerful. So I'm really excited to get into what we have today. Oops. Okay, so I like to start off by asking this question because this is something that I did not allow myself, I didn't really think about. So, are you living your ideal life? If you were to close your eyes and wake up and you could do whatever you wanted from the moment that you woke up to the moment you went to sleep, would you be doing what you're doing right now? Would you be working at the job you're working? Would you be living where you're living? Would you be seeing the same people? If you had complete control and money and time and nothing else mattered, would you be doing that? And I think for most people, obviously the answer is no, because you have to go to work and nobody wants to, but it's just kind of what you do. And we have this mentality of like, there's only one way of living. And when you really let yourself dream to start and you recognize that there are other ways to do things, that's why we get so lit up when we talk about this, because when you get a taste of that freedom, a taste of designing your own days and what that can be, you want everyone to know. Because people don't know. They think that they just need to be in this rat race where they are, getting in their car, they're commuting to work, they're sitting at work, they eat lunch at their desk, they work late, they come home, they see their family for 2 seconds, watch TV, go to bed, do it over again. Is that what we want to, don't we want more impact, more? And I think that that's what people are starting to realize, and that's where things are shifting to. And it's so exciting. But I love asking, what is your ideal day? What would that be like? And writing it down, having a dream map. What does that look like for you? And maybe you're on this call because you're curious and you are looking for more. And that's amazing. And I'm so that you see something here that might be something that you're interested in learning more about. So I think that this is the perfect opportunity, what I'm about to show you. You are in the right place at the right time. You were on this call because someone cared enough about you to invite you. And you got on the call because you're curious. You got on the call because you're looking for more. You're listening to this recording because you made it a priority to find out what your friend's raving about. You're open to it. So you are at the right place at the right time. There are so many things that are pointing to this business, this industry, this company, that there's no better time than right now. And people that have been in this company for 17 years, they're saying the same thing. People are so fired up. So just know this is just the beginning and you are in the right place. So I kind of want to start off by just painting a picture of a few things that are going on in our world and our environment that are just kind of the way of life right now. So number one, the need for money. This is something I'm really passionate about. So there's so much automation going on right now. And, with technology, a lot of jobs are becoming extinct. And, something that I'm sure everybody's been to, drop in the chat any of these things that you've seen or you've experienced or that you're comfortable sharing. But, I go to restaurants and there's no cashiers anymore. There's little screens or there's little robots or there's all these things that are happening where automation is completely changing the landscape of the job force and the lack of job security. There's so many of us that I was the same way. I was working so hard and I still was wondering if I was going to get let go because my last company, that's just the environment we were in. A lot of people feel that way and can relate. You work really hard, but you still have job security. Things are going to change. There's no industry that isn't part of something your job is no longer needed or someone else can do it. At the end of the day, usually if you were no longer at your job, they would just make it work. And that's kind of scary to not have that security in your job, to constantly be, someone else is running the show, really. Debt is skyrocketing. Healthcare costs are rising. Taxes are high. It's really just so alarming to me. The expenses that people have don't cover, the income that they have coming in. And people just are drowning. They feel like, they're working so hard and they're just working hard to just barely scrape by. And that's the way it goes for your whole life. And then you retire and you're so tired. And that's not the way to live. So, a need for money. I think that's a huge, huge need in our world. Number two, side hustles. So I think a lot of us are very aware that, people are working differently. People don't want to wake up and go sit at a desk all day, every day. More than 2/3 of American adults have a side job for secondary income. So whether that is ride sharing, they're doing Uber or Lyft, or, they are doing Rover and they are watching people's dogs, they're renting out their home on Airbnb, they have a little shop on Etsy. There's so many different ways, which is so cool. There's so many different ways to earn an extra income. And 47 million people are going to join the side hustle economy in the next 5 years. So people are looking for different ways to earn money. And what's really cool is like people that make the most, the average millionaire has 7 streams of income. Not 1, 7, a bunch of different ways to earn money, but the thing with all of these examples that I just explained is you're still trading time for money. So if you're driving Uber, if you don't have people in your car, you're not making money. If you're not renting out your home, if you're not creating a good, all these things are great secondary incomes, but if you're not doing them, you're still trading your time for money. New consumerism. So this is a trend, that I think we're probably all aware of or taking part of. Maybe we don't notice it, but we can order pretty much anything that we want online, and that's what we choose to do. I mean, myself, unless I physically need an experience with a product, because I want it delivered to my door, and that's just, I have my groceries, I have shopping, everything I do is online. People prioritize, number one is convenience. We don't want to be in the mall. We don't, that's why so many storefronts are closing, and everything is online. It's digital. It's a completely different landscape. It's changing how companies market, how they sell, what they do, and referring. That's another thing. Referring was just a normal part of every day. There's a lot of companies that they are offering referral discounts or, share with your friend and here's your code. I think, everything we do, we share with our friends, especially if there's a pair of sunglasses or a makeup or something you can do where you are sharing something you like and you get money off. That's completely normal. We think it's totally normal. We value that. And we're all on social media, right? We're so much more connected than we've ever been. And you can utilize your free social media platforms in your network and your friends, and you can build your net worth. That's a really, really cool, at the end of the day, no, you don't own that platform, but you can utilize it to make an income for yourself. All right, the millennial economy. For all my millennials on this call, it's the largest, we're the largest generation on the planet. And nearly half of us make purchasing decisions based on word of mouth. So this is a huge shift from, when advertisers really place emphasis on, magazines and ads and celebrity endorsements and all these things. We don't care about that anymore. What we really want is we want to buy something through someone that we know and we trust. That's huge. That's huge, right? 63% stay updated on brands through social networks. How many people see something that a blogger is wearing, they like it, they swipe up, they go to like to know it, and they buy it, right? That's how we shop. We don't flip through magazines. We see something on Instagram and we go buy it. That's the way it is now. 89% would prefer to choose where and when they work rather than a 9 to 5. So we want choice. 45% will choose flexibility over pay. That's crazy. When you think about it, we truly care more about flexibility, being able to live our lives and having that work-life balance than what our actual take-home pay is. Oh my gosh, you guys, this kills me. The average net worth of a millennial is negative $1,900. So not only are young people not putting money into their 401ks, not saving for retirement, not trying to have any type of safety net, for their family, more or less, if you got laid off and you were supposed to have 3 to 6 months of, emergency funds, not only that, but they're in debt. That breaks my heart because it's so hard to get out of that once you're there, right? I'm sure a lot of people on this call can relate to all of these trends, but then how that comes to, we're not saving the way that we should. Okay, this is something I think is super interesting, and Chelsea has done such a great job sharing with all of her resources of how she verbalizes this. So I took some from her, but I really, really love it. And you guys, I'm so passionate about sharing this because I didn't know this. I got a finance degree. I had 2 years of high level investment, personal finance, everything else, all of these finance, how to manage your capital. I never learned what I needed to do when I got into the real world. How to manage my own money, right? Like how to invest, I've never heard of residual income ever, but I could recite, formulas that I never need to see again. And it's just not something that we're taught in school. And it baffles me because this is the most powerful thing that we have. And okay, so I'm going to show you guys based on what we have here. So linear income. This is what most people are familiar with. Essentially, you are exchanging time for money. So your income is directly related to the number of hours that you work. So if you work 40 hours a week, you get paid whatever your hourly, or if your salary, whatever your hourly wage is per hour, you get paid that. The next week, it starts back over at 0. So it's when you work, you get paid. When you work, you get paid. If you don't work, you don't get paid. That's the way to work, right? Maybe you get 2 weeks of vacation. So examples of that is hourly wage employees, salaried, and commissions. There's also a self-employed aspect of linear income, and that is your independent contractors, specialty providers, and small business owners. So within that linear income, right, exchanging time for money, that's 95% of people, 5% of the wealth. 5% of the wealth. So where's the 95%? Okay, I'll take you guys over. So leveraged residual income. What is this? This is not what we are taught. Why are we not taught this? So I'm like, tell everybody. So this is when the leverage part is when you utilize your resources to give you more time and money. You're leveraging. The residual part means the income compounds from work that you've already done. So examples of this that people would be familiar with: investors, so real estate, big business owners, where they have people working for them. They don't have to be there; they have people working for them. Creative, so anything with a royalty. So a musician, every time that their song plays on the radio, they get paid for something that they created a long time ago, right? So your money is working for you because you did something once, you did it right, and then you get paid. That's the residual aspect of it. And that is the type of income stream that you don't have to, it doesn't depend on how many hours you put in, because you're literally making money while you sleep. 5% of people, 95% of the wealth is in this category. Okay, so why aren't more people having residual income? And that's because there's barriers to entry. It's really hard if you don't have the money to buy a lot of real estate so that you can, have that investment and get your monthly income from rent. Then you never had the chance to do that, right? So that's the biggest issue, is people can't go from one to the other because they don't have the initial capital to start with. So barriers to entry. I hope that makes sense. Okay. Now, network marketing. What does network marketing have to do with everything that I just talked about? Well, when you look at all of the trends that are converging, the issues that we're dealing with, the debt that people are in, and the rat race of learning how most people just earn enough to get by or not get by, there's another option where we don't have the barriers to entry, and that's network marketing. What is network marketing? It's when you build a network of people who consume a recurring product, right? We have recurring expenses. Drop all of your recurring expenses that you can think of in the chat right now. We have recurring expenses every month. They're always going to be there no matter what. So why don't we have recurring income coming in to offset that? You're leveraging resources, teamwork, and the power of exponential growth. All of those are really, really important. Working as a team. It's not about how much you can do, it's how much your team can do, how much we can do together, how much we can help each other, and then the exponential compounding growth factor. So what do you have here with network marketing? You have time flexibility. You have the ability to work from anywhere, that you have your phone or your computer or Wi-Fi. You have training and support. You guys, when you think about what we have here in the network marketing industry, specifically with Isagenix, but in this industry, it is entrepreneurship, but you have a company, a trusted company that is doing all of your research and development, that's creating all your products, they're handling innovation, they're doing your marketing, your advertising, quality assurance, your shipping, your supply chain. They're doing everything, our back office, they're doing everything for you because you're using a leveraged business model and you have the tracks to run on. It's all done for you, right? It takes hard work. I'm not saying this doesn't take work. Anything worth doing takes work, but the tracks are there for you. The support is there for you. It's a positive culture. I have heard so many times it be said that this is truly just, you're earning a compensation while you're working on yourself. It's personal development with a compensation plan. I can personally attest to how much I have grown and changed as a person just because of the people that this industry and Isagenix has brought into my life. And when you're around people that want to level up, you level up. Surround yourself with people that want more out of life. They're not settling. They say, I see this opportunity and it's going to take work, and there's a reason why people shy away from it, but I'm going to do that. And I'm going to surround myself with people who want to do the same thing. Okay, no cap on your earning potential. Where else in the world can you come in and you can make as much money as you want? You're rewarded on your efforts. You can truly come in and make whatever you want of it. It doesn't matter, what your background is, what your experience is. There's a level playing field for everyone coming into this, and that doesn't exist anywhere else. Doesn't matter if you have a degree. It doesn't matter where you live. Nothing matters. Your background doesn't matter. You come in and you're willing to put in the work and learn, and you can. And you guys, there's no startup costs. When you think about what it costs to start a business or a franchise or anything else, it's tens of hundreds of thousands of dollars. Here, there is no startup cost, right? That is why this business model was created the way that it is, because you get the financial opportunity for the cost of your groceries. You are just reallocating your grocery money, this opportunity that you can do whatever you want with, and all you're doing is paying for the cost of your groceries each month. How insane is that? Moving on. Okay, why Isagenix? You guys, this is the best company in the industry with the best compensation model, hands down. We know that we have proven results, right? That the products are not on trial. We know that. We know they're incredible. We have the best products in the world. This company is built on integrity and the vision to impact world health. They are always innovating. We're always coming out with new products. We're always on top of trends. You know, I will tell you guys, I really, really thought for a few years, like I was involved in Isagenix for a few years before I really, really, really said, this is it, and I'm going to go for it. And I mean, in that time, I met the founders, like the things that happen in this company, it is so exciting. You are in the right place. More than 300 people now have earned more than $1 million. That's crazy. The company's been growing for 17 years and earned over $6 billion in total sales. Millions of lives have been impacted. It's privately held, responsibly run, and no operational debt. That's really important. You guys are looking at a company to partner with, and the founders have been in the industry, right? They know what they're doing. It's a real global opportunity with success in 20 countries and growing. It's global, you know. It doesn't matter where you are. If you have a phone, you can have a team across the world, right? It's the best compensation plan, hands down. So I'll breeze through some of these slides. I've looked at a lot of graphs of revenue in my days. And let me tell you guys, they don't usually look like this, right? This is exactly what you want it to look like, because in the first few years, Isagenix did not compromise to get growth, right? They really took those few years to lay the foundation of what's going to be here for this company. And look how it's paid off in the last few years. You want your growth to go like this, and it's just going to keep going like this. The steeper it gets, that means the more revenue per year, right? This is really, really incredible to be able to see this, and you see the history here of how this company is growing and all the opportunities that are happening now. Like, we're just at the beginning, truly, truly. Okay, so I'm not going to get into the products, right? We specifically break these calls up for products and business, so you can get both. I could talk all day long about the products. I'm extremely passionate about them. They've completely changed my life and my family's life. But just so you guys know, we have targeted solutions for weight wellness, performance, vitality, personal care, financial wellness. There's kids products. There's literally anything you can think of. We have more than 100 individual products. We have a bunch of packs. Anything that someone is looking for with health, energy, fitness, anything like that, we have a solution for, which is really excited. And it's incredible, incredible quality too. The product speaks for themselves. Okay, I'm going to blow through this. So our compensation model is built on the power of two. So you have two sales teams, and you earn volume based on the entire group. Team volume based on what we call cycles. And like I said, this is not a compensation training plan right now. So whoever invited you, we have so many really, really great resources. Isagenix Business, where you can watch the compensation plan, and they do it much better than I would, I'm sure. But just know some of the important things to know here is that you're paid on all reorders. So whenever you bring a customer in and they love the products, not only do you get a bonus when you introduce them to Isagenix, a thank you bonus, every time they ever order, forever, you also get paid. Anyone in your organization, there's people that you don't even know that you're financially linked to. The way that it works is mind-blowing, but when we call this residual, that's what we're talking about. So think of it like if you referred a friend to Uber, and which we all did, right? When it first started, I don't think they did marketing. It was just tell your friends. So, you got 10% off your ride because you shared with your friend. And they get 10% off. Cool. We're used to that now, right? But what if we were to relate Uber and how Isagenix works now? That would be if you earn 10% off of every ride that your friend ever took forever because you first introduced them. Think about how many times you've taken Uber since the first person told you about it, right? That is what we have here, because anytime someone ever orders, and we know how incredible our products are, and they're going to be able to find whatever they're looking for, whatever stage you're looking for, you get paid on all those reorders through your whole organization. And we all do. It rolls up 100%. It's very collaborative. You get paid daily, weekly, monthly. The volume is never cleared. It's never wiped. That's really, really important when you're looking at what company to partner with. And then you earn unlimited levels deep. We don't have to understand all this. Just know it is extremely generous. There's a reason why there's 300 millionaires, and hundreds of six-figure income earners. And there's a reason why, right? Because it works. It truly does. It's the power of two. So again, there's lots of different trainings on this. Get with the person who invited you to this call. But what I wanted you guys to know is when I say the power of two, when someone comes in, I love to draw this out for them and say, if you share what we have here at Isogenics, who are two people that eat, want to be healthy, are looking for more energy, are looking for a convenient meal, are looking to get better results, and are looking for an extra income source? Who do you know? Everybody, all of us have people that we, go to the gym with, accountability, just everything's better with friends. You share with two people, and then they share with two people, you can earn up to $900 just for that, just for two people, right? So it's not you going out and finding six people. It's you find two, and they find two. And that's the power of duplication. So I love to show people that, because you can come in, and get not only get your products paid for right away, but start earning extra income right away. It's so exciting. Okay. So this is when I get into all, my numbers. So people that are not with me anymore, sorry, but this is so powerful. So if someone came to you and said, would you rather have a penny that doubled every day for 30 days, or would you rather have $1 million? Most people probably say $1 million for sure. I want $1 million. But look at what happens when you compound, when you double a penny every day for 30 days. Look at the compound effect. It's more than $5 million at the end of it. But for the first week, you don't even have $1. So you're sitting here saying, wow, I could have just taken that million. That sounds really good now. But look at the end. Look at the compounding effect. And this is hypothetical, right? So we show this as an example of how it works. The 100 BV to be set free, I love that. So that's our volume point base that we have, and that's your minimum order per month, right? So that can set your own grocery order each month, can set you free. So in this hypothetical, we show the tens, right? So say you're one person, and then you find 10 friends, and then they find 10 friends, and this escalates, right? Not everybody's going to find 10 friends. That's cool. This is just an example. That's all hypothetical. But what I want you guys to see here is when you're exchanging time for money, you're getting paid on 100% of your own effort. And that's what most of us are doing now. We can work really, really hard, but there's still just one of us. Or would you rather be paid 1% on 100 people's efforts? And everyone's just doing a little bit of work, but they're working together. I think once you see this compounding effect, you'd rather be doing 1%. You'd rather get the leverage of 1% of 100 people. And here we actually get 6%, which is really exciting. So I love this visual. Okay. Uh-oh. Sorry, guys. Okay. This is my last picture I have. I really, really, really like this visual because what it shares, it's so powerful. What it shares is the possible residual value of your Isogenics business. And there are people here who will say, I'm only cycling one time a week. So cycle is our team volume, right? So you don't even have to look at that part. You can just look at the value of it, right? So say you're making $54 a week, and when you annualize that, that's $2,800. So someone could say, I'm not even making very much money. That's not very much. Look at these people who make so much. But what I want you guys to pay attention to is what's in this far right column, the capital required to generate that income. So call an interest rate of 3%. In order for you to earn that $2,800, you would have to have $93,000 in the bank to earn 3% on it. So most people, and this is just the very first line, right? So we can go to the second one and say, I'm making $5,600, a year with Isogenics. It doesn't feel like a lot, but it would have taken you $187,000 in the bank to make that. And most of us don't have that. We don't have access to that type of income because we don't have the capital required to generate it, right? Same thing I was saying, you don't have the capital required to invest in real estate. But what we have here is you don't need that capital. So you would have never had access to earn that money. So I love seeing this chart and being able to look through and say, look at what the value of what you have here with Isogenics and what would have been required if you were trying to earn that some other way, because you'd have to earn it, you'd have to borrow it, you'd have to get a loan. Like, you don't have that type of money. And we can truly create it whenever we want, and it's coming in residually, right? That's so cool. It's so exciting. I love this visual. Okay, so I hope that you guys got some value and you can see a vision of what's possible here, because I think if you really see it, you won't be able to sleep tonight, because that's truly the way I feel every time I get excited about this and I look at it and I know what we have here, because I think so many people just don't know, and you don't know what you don't know. And for a long time, I didn't either. You guys, I was working for a good salary, but I didn't know there was any other way, because that was just always what I knew. And if you're sitting here saying, I don't want to do Isagenix full time, I don't know if this is for me. First of all, yes, you can do this. You can do this. It takes work. It takes growth. It takes, commitment. You need to learn the skills and work with your team and plug in, but you can do this. And start it on the side, you guys. That's what I did, right? I just started as a happy product user, and I got paid every single week for 2 years. And I was miserable in my job before I was like, wow, yeah, Isagenix, that could be like a real thing, huh? Like 2 years I got paid weekly. So just know that if you do this very, very in the pockets of your time, you can create that income producing asset for yourself and for your family. Because at the end of the day, what is your plan B? What are you going to do if, you lose your job, or someone in your family has health issues, or something happens where you need an extra income? Why not have something else that's just your safety blanket coming in? It's your plan B. It's your, I want to stay home and spend more time with my family. It's something that you can build up and you can create it for whatever you want, but you have that asset there anytime you want. People will come back to it from years because you don't lose it. It doesn't lose its value, and I hope that you guys are able to see what is possible, and that there's a completely different way of earning and serving people truly. Because, at first, I think a lot of people come into this, and whether it's sharing the products or sharing the income opportunity, they get funny about it and they make it weird. But you guys, it's such a disservice to not share it with people, because think about if someone hadn't shared with you. Think about if you were still thinking there was only one way to live life, and you want more purpose and fulfillment and all these other things that you can get from an opportunity like this, from a culture like this, and really help free people physically and financially. At the end of the day, that's what we do here. So I hope that this provided value for you guys. I haven't been able to check the chat, but I'll definitely get back to everyone. And thank you for letting me share my story. Hopefully some of you related to it. If not, you had someone in your life that, this is somewhat of their story. And I just want y'all to know that there are so many possibilities, so many things you can do with this. So thank you so much for joining me, and I hope everybody has a great evening.